collectors of the last 5 years, because some of you new collectors are
Yeah.
just straight up.
It's still a little wet behind the ears, but it
Yeah,
looks
sir.
like we have this next match ready. Looks like Derek is gonna go Snake, and then we got Fruit Smasher going Sephiroth. And watching the way these guys have started off the match, I'm gonna guess these two are not from the same college.
No, sir. So actually, Fruit Smasher is a part of the championship team from last night on the ACES Collegiate series. Plays for the Mustangs. So it's himself, Ice on Deck, PCL, and and GZ. They were the champions of last night. So this is I don't know how they celebrated, but he can still have I'm just gonna say sleep. He might still have a little sleep in his eye coming into this game here for good reason. But yes, a ZSS player, but has actually been finding a lot of success here with Sephiroth. So I kind of had a very similar outlook on this character like you did. Like, I don't know if this character is one of the best ones of all the DLC fighters. I don't know if he's just all aesthetics, and not really any sort of real utilization. But after watching him play, I'm like, Sephiroth definitely has a place in the neutral.
Oh, most definitely. And he definitely has a place at this tournament. Last year's runner-up. So he is definitely looking to make another amazing run this year.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually entering, I believe he's entering this set also undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been playing amazingly throughout the season.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
And yeah, that's what you got to do versus Snake, okay? Like, fighting Snake up close, not in your best interest. He has really great buttons in the I almost said in the normal. He has really great normal buttons in the neutral. And I'm not saying that Sephiroth is short on options either, but Sephiroth has oh my goodness, he has the ability to punish some of your lackluster recovery options. Such a smart tactic there, using up B as he's up there in that magnifying glass. Fruit Smasher smashing all the fruit here.
Right. Oof. Oh my gosh, that counter is so bothersome to deal with, because even if you okay, guys got us down both on live stocks, because even if you don't hit them, you're still gonna get hit, man. Those sparks are gonna get you. And as I talked about how Fruit Smasher was the runner-up of last year, these two actually played each other last year in semifinals as well. So this is another rematch. In this one, it's got a little more at stake, man, because, you talk about the last two competitors, they're from the same college, so, it's not as much hard feelings, but, someone when it's not your own beating you, gotta feel some type of way.
You most definitely do, and an F smash right at the ledge of the stage will certainly make anybody feel a type of way. Gets another one now. He's off stage. He's gonna have to. He needs. Oh my goodness! I was gonna say he should probably drop a C4 down or something, but it matters not there. Game number one going to Fruit Smasher after a kind of what looked to be a cold start too. It kind of took him a while to get his feet in the water and
feet up under him.
Yeah, but it seemed like towards the middle of that match he realized I do have the physical reach advantage on Snake. So as long as I make sure I'm not being hit by like Cypher or C4 or literally any of that, because I am a pretty big target and a light target too, I should be okay. My goodness.
Gosh. And I like what we saw here. We see the cancel and then bow.
Yes,
he thought it was safe.
That's when you thought it was safe to land. It is most certainly not versus Sephiroth. And yeah, he was doing a lot of that last night. Like it was like pseudo charge. Oh my God, that was absolutely filthy. My goodness. My goodness. That was some beautiful gameplay. Great stuff to Fruit Smasher. Of course, great performance to Derek. That's only game one though, bro. Like we got more games to unfold. This is dope.
And as we had guessed, this first game definitely has a lot more intense pressure than we saw in the last one. When you start off with Hero Dittos, you're like, okay, but I mean, these guys came out banging with their mains here.
Yeah, respectfully. And what's funny is, well, honestly, it's not funny because anybody who knows Sephiroth knows that, this was not always your main. Like, if you see a Sephiroth play to, like, top level, you kind of question, like, did you just come into the community? Or, who were you before? But he actually played a really good ZSS. And funnily enough, he was the first player that actually commentated on the circuit last night. So, again, for those of us who are just tuning in, Fruit Smasher is a champion. He's champion from another collegiate event coming into this one. So, I wouldn't be surprised if you see him playing a little bit more flashy than what we're probably used to for those of us who do know his work, or, this might be playing with a little bit more confidence. When you are a champion of the collegiate event, you can't tell nobody anything. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man, he's got a little swag in his step, man. He's like, you know what? Make room on my head for my second crown.
There you go. That's right. Uneasy is the head that wears the crown, and I gotta say, nobody wears it quite like Fruit Smasher. Derek, though, coming in, and he had a really hot start in that last game, but went a little cold towards that middle. And when it comes to KOing, like I don't care how cold or hot you are when you are putting on damage. But when it comes to KOing, you got to be on fire. Because Sephiroth, he's swinging for the fences. Snapshot. Okay, yeah, trying to hit him with the snapshot. Okay, very smart to just get some space. Oh my goodness! How far does that thing travel?
Man, I be forgetting something. I was like, oh, it'll stop mid-stage. It's like, it's still coming. Do something.
My goodness. Uh-oh. We got the one-winged angel himself, Sephiroth, Mr. Wild Wing. Okay, Nikita, no, that's yours. That has no effect on me. Oh, great spot dodge, and that's a sentence I traditionally don't say, but I like utilizing, spot dodge right there, and just really trying to put some meaty percent on. Oh,
ooh.
We're asking
Eric
for trouble.
with another strong start to this game. Not a question. Ooh, gosh, all right. Catching him with the up tilt, able to take that first stock. Only sitting at 78%. I feel like that's like the third time he's blowing himself up there, giving himself a lot of damage here. Wants to try to keep that lead. Ooh.
That was a bit of analysis paralysis if I've ever seen it myself. I mean, just, you know, kind of, oh my goodness. Okay, that's some brawl stuff right there. I mean, it kind of has to be some brawl stuff because you can't just re-grab your opponent all the time in this game. Yeah. But kind of tapping into some old energy there from iterations prior. I like that he just kind of held shield there a couple times, just waited it out. Again, you know, Sephiroth, a very big target, very strong, but also very light at the same time. And not gonna be able to survive up to that. For damn sure, you won't be able to survive a C4 explosion here.
Oh, okay. He's gonna go up there and get him. Fruit Smasher. He's gonna take advantage of the giant gist doink that he has. Not making it easy for Snake to land. Done that numerous times here throughout these first two games.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Yeah, and did that a lot of times, but you know, we've seen this kind of play out here. He's okay, just completely ignoring the grenade there.
Yeah.
Since he had just put it down, but not letting history repeat itself. He ended the last match with the F smash right underneath that platform. Okay, forward throw. Really trying to push him off stage. He wants to hit him with that snapshot, man, but he's just not giving it to him.
Oof. Oh, wow. Wait, did we just get a parry into a counter?
I think we did.
New metas.
Okay, this is the old meta right here, though. Snake off stage, you know what you're supposed to do. That's right. He's getting so much mileage off of that up smash. Again, you know, going up against Snake, you know, his biggest weakness is his ability to get those boots back on the solid ground. And my God, if you know that he's going to try to land on the platform, your up smash happens to go through the platform. Take it from him.
All right, once again, Fruit Smasher looking to make a comeback here in game number 2, where it looked like Derek was looking so strong.
He is trying to get a lot off of this snapshot here. And yeah, this is just traditional Snake stuff, and you got to love it. Just kind of run up, check the temperature on your shield, wait for you to drop shield, and then up tilt. But again, you are a big target. You have to watch where the C4s are at all points in time. Very smart by Derek to just disengage of the neutral. Like, yo, I'm not going to out-button this guy late percentage. Have a C4, my friend.
Most definitely. Yeah, I saw Sephiroth was at 99%, and I was like, we're gonna see this up tilt, man. Hit him with the up tilt. There we go. Backed off, and he was like, you know what? I got other tools to kill. Let me drop a C4.
Yeah, that was really smart. Yeah, I mean, and it makes sense, you know, when Sephiroth get the wing, it's like no different than when Cloud gets Limit or when Joker gets Arsene. Like, you're just working with some new energy. And I would almost argue that had he not had the wing, he probably wouldn't have approached so haphazardly the way he did. Since he had it, he was feeling himself. He was like, I know he's going to try to come get me. So let me just try to blow him up. And if I can C4 him before he swings a smash attack, then I don't have to worry about the armor. So great stuff there.
You got to put him in his place real quick. He was like, whoa, 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 whoa. He was like, you might got this wing, but remember how light you are, man?
Right. Criminally light. And I only say that because I don't think Sephiroth is a light guy canonically, but I guess it makes sense for somebody to be as strong in this game and, you know, have the kind of the toolkit he has. He has to have some type of weakness. So I am with that. It makes sense, but When you go up against Snake, what doesn't make sense is not minding where
Man.
you need to watch C4s and grenades, my friend, because for every one of oh my goodness of your hits, you're eating like 3 of his with C4 because of how light you are.
Ooh. All right. Oh gosh, landing on the C4, not going for the ledge, right onto the stage. Derek. That's Fruit Smasher. And over in the corner here. Derek's just chilling, man. Sitting at 57%. Knows he doesn't have to approach. He knows he can rack it up from a distance. Wants to stay away from like that weird what's like the footsies distance. I feel like is what you should call it. Sephiroth does such an amazing job of covering with that long sword.
Yeah, you don't really get the opportunity to box him up. Not saying that he doesn't have the ability to box. I mean, he swings pretty quickly. Of course, he also has this standing jab too that I think works pretty well for him. But the buttons versus Snake, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get outclassed. So you really have to try to bait Snake in with that counter. Very smart, but an even smarter play once more from Derek. You've got to watch these C4s and these ciphers, man, and the grenades and literally everything that explodes off of Snake's utility belt. Now, what's strange is that Fruit Smasher is no stranger to the Snake matchup. There was Snakes in the Collegiate circuit from yesterday and just weeks prior that he did a really phenomenal job versus, but I guess Snake is just one of those characters where when he gets the lead, he's kind of the best character in the game, dude. Like, he's very hard to deal with.
There's so many characters in the game that just go up tiers when you got to think about, like, man, I'm down and I'm actually forced to approach you right now. And Snake is actually one of the worst ones to deal with because, you got characters like Sonic. You got to chase Sonic around. You don't have to worry about Sonic giving you more damage. He's just going to stay away from you. Snake is going to stay away from you and also rack up damage at the same time. So it is definitely a doozy to deal with.
Yeah, it most certainly is, man. Snake has been very difficult to deal with since his inception in Smash, and of course, showing no signs of slowing down. The Snake meta here is Derek. Great stuff, man. That time with the 2-stock finish, getting more and more comfortable in the Sephiroth matchup. Again, there are certain characters that Sephiroth can blow up. We have seen it, time and time again since Sephiroth has been introduced into Smash. But Snake is just one where there's this point in time where you got to just disengage. You really got to try to play to Snake's weaknesses. Let's go ahead and take a gander at these replays, bro.
So there were a couple of times where Fruit Smasher just kind of lost sight of like where the C4 was, man.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe it was the first stock where he was down smashing, I believe, right next to the C4, and I'm like, you're wild, man.
Yeah, that is just he had a couple really big plays actually with down smash last night. If you shielded him properly, of course it will break your shield. Yeah. No matter how big you are, eating Nova Flare or Giga Flare, whichever one's the big one from Sephiroth is enough to certainly rock your world. But no Sephiroth here anymore. He's gonna go back to I would imagine his first character, which is ZSS here. My goodness, but ZSS jump back in that ship and head back out because Lord Jesus Christ.
All right, now this matchup is going to be played a little bit differently because what Derek's going to be able to do in this matchup that he wasn't able to do in the last one is play in that footsie range that we spoke about. So we're going to see a bit more grabs. Already seen that here this game. Gosh.
Oh my goodness.
And I mean, Zero Suit Samus isn't as light as Sephiroth, but Zero Suit Samus is still light.
Yeah, Fruit Smasher, of course, favoring a lot of these finesse characters, which is fine. They, of course, have a lot of explosiveness to them, and I would imagine, especially with ZSS, the mobility to move around some of Snake's projectiles is certainly enough to get I don't know, the absolute job done, but there is a job that needs to be done. I know ZSS's movement certainly helps that out, but yeah, here, I mean, some of these head-to-head interactions here with Snake is just very, very difficult. Trades are not going to go in your favor as ZSS. You got to figure out a way to not get hit.
And in this matchup now, I believe we're going to see the high recovery come back. Derek in those first couple of games getting caught with the Sephiroth up airs. Don't have to worry about that as much with Zero Suit Samus, so it's going to feel a little bit more comfortable. All right, up a full stock. Oh gosh. All right. When considering the weights right now, man, he's being lapped. Oof. All right, that's some shield pressure.
And a lot of it. Yeah, I really got to see you make it difficult for Snake to pull out grenades. I mean, he's getting so much mileage off of holding grenades and go for one of your KO options, particularly like back air. You know, you're always, you know, you're eating a grenade. So you got to figure out a way to play around that. There's a back air there. Okay.
Yeah. Derek sitting in shield for just a little bit too long there. We saw the shield dwindling. It was getting to that point to where if his shield got hit, he might have gotten poked. So he let it down and got met with a foot.
Okay. And as we see here, again, grenade just doing a lot of damage, stopping ZSS from jumping around. And as we know, that's where a lot of her neutral starts from, in that 178 range. So now you have one more KO option to worry about here from Snake, which is, of course, down throw into up tilt. And he's running up for shield. So you know he's certainly looking for it.
Ooh, okay. Down tilt.
Oh!
Not getting the spike box. Oh, okay. Shout out to the Cypher.
Oh, yeah, you got caught. Oh, you got caught.
Wow.
Oh!
Still got caught. Just when you thought he got away.
That's when you thought he got away. That was a really great option there from Fruit Smash, but of course, Derek just staying one step ahead of the competition, as you have to, versus ZSS. Two, I guess in a sense, two trap-based characters. You know what I'm saying? Both really looking to kind of pin you down and kind of rock the world a little bit.
Yeesh. All right. Right now we're seeing Derek approach a little bit more. I feel like he's playing this stock a little bit differently than when he had the lead in the very first stock. You know, he sat back, shot Nikita, threw some grenades, dropped C4s, and it looked like there he was getting a little more antsy, running in, which made it to where Fruit Smasher was able to tack on some damage and bring us a little bit closer.
Oh my goodness, and speaking of being a little closer, ZSS reaching out and touching somebody right there, which is, of course, the ZSS game plan as always. 74%, of course, not the worst position to be in, but Fruit Smasher has definitely been in better spots than this. Now, if we can figure out just to get one hit here, you can turn up one hit into a couple hits, one or Nikita, yes sir. That should be it.
And that is going to do it for game number 4. Is that Derek going up? Yeah, that was game 4, right?
Yep.
Derek's up 3-1.
Yes. Match highlights get ready to come your way, friends, courtesy of Death Wish Coffee. Big shout out to the homies. Haven't got my coffee quite yet, but I am very curious on trying it. But in the meantime, these matches will keep me just as awake as the coffee will. Yeah, that was just a big risk. I just don't know. Yeah. You know, at that percent, there really wasn't any. I don't know. Maybe it's like an empty jump.
It's not gonna put off stage. It's just.
Yeah, maybe like an empty jump, just to force an awkward landing, and then you can kind of rinse and repeat. You know, that way the percents are a little bit higher. But it seems to matter not here at this point. Yeah, look at this. This was very weird. Slides off the stage and then just hung out for a little too long there. And C4 is, of course, explosive range is huge, so you might want to get up.
Yeah, but as we saw in that matchup, Zero Suit Samus is going to have a bit more mobility, but it's going to be lacking the tools to harass Snake when he's in the air or off stage.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what she has to do. Like, you know, she has to get up underneath you. She has to make your job when it comes to landing hard. And I know Sephiroth, of course, not as many swings in the air with his tactics on that, but still, they both do it pretty well. But this match starting out very similar to how the last one did. Okay, Derek not as much in control here this time, but sheesh, I mean, starting to pull ahead here.
Oof, gosh. All right, Town and City giving themselves a little more space to work with.
You just can't trade with Snake. But yeah, we got platforms now too, which is like home sweet home for ZSS at the moment.
Okay. Toss off stage.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. Gonna shield the flip kick and then gets hit with an up tilt afterwards. Derek sitting at 88% right now, and oh gosh. Definitely losing that stock at an early percent for a Snake. Getting hit with a back air at 88%. Good stuff from Fruit Smasher to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, and I feel like when you play Snake, you just have to be aware of the blast zones here on Town and City. Now, obviously, like from top to bottom, we know that this obviously has the biggest ceiling of all the competitive elite stages. But those left and right blast zones, there is a lot to be desired, and you just don't have the luxury of hanging out up there, especially not versus any of the characters that come from outer space. I'm just going to categorize them all the same. They all back here, and they all back here very tough. I'm talking Ridley, I'm talking Kirby, I'm talking ZSS, the Star Fox characters, all of them. You do not have the luxury of hanging out up there when they're dealing with their backers. You have got to get back on stage. So, of course, that was just courtesy of just great pressure right there, really making him afraid to get off of the platform. Okay. No low profile for you.
Oh, gosh. Not able to get anything because of the grenade going off.
Okay. Fruit Smasher starting to come alive a little bit more here. Gets the down tilt, kind of giving him a little taste of his own medicine, punishing him that time for hanging out at the ledge just a little too long. Yes, ZSS does have options to hit you. Oh my goodness, taking the page out of his book. Uh-oh, not good. Okay, backing to the corner here. No platforms at our disposal. Well, I mean, we do have them, but they're a little bit further away from center stage. So, of course, that changes the matchup ever so slightly here. But both players keeping this one very close here. You give a character like ZSS a lot of room for working on her playground. She will certainly prolong these stocks, but prolonging them or not, the inevitable has come, which is that dash attack. Derek, still looking good, but not good enough.
Gosh. All right, and then Fruit Smasher is able to take that stock before getting any damage. It's got to be a great confident booster here. Lost multiple games in a row. Really needs this one. Well, I mean, I guess he actually really does need this one because it'd be the end of the set.
That's right. Okay. Couple up airs in a row. Probably didn't see him grab that. Would have been smart to disengage a little earlier, but Derek right now in the hot seat here. Oh, ooh. I think I heard the beginning sound effect here. What looked to be a C4? Not sure.
Try to set it off.
Ooh. Not good at all. Nikita, no Nikita there that time. And the flip kick to avoid the C4. Great footwork here again. It just goes to show what a slight state it can do.
All right, Fruit Smasher. Got him up in the air. What can you do?
My goodness.
See, and I like that option. A lot better than that last time we saw the risky up special.
And this is what I was kind of worried about here. These final moments when we have to take stocks. ZSS doesn't quite have that straight hit strength that Snake does, so Snake can just keep dash attacking, down tilting, F tilting, things as such. What I'm saying? She needs that hit to turn into something and fast. So I would imagine trying to get Snake off stage and kind of taking the Mars approach, just like forward airing or back airing them. It takes a little precision, but it can be done.
All right, got the whip. Thought he could run in. Got stopped in his tracks. We got Fruit Smasher taking a game here. Down 3-2. Still has some life in him. Definitely don't want to lose to the person that you beat the last time.
No, certainly not. And definitely a valiant effort for both players. But yeah, like you said, Fruit Smasher was able to kind of dig deep there. Again, more room to work with. So which also means, not just more room for me to move around, but more room for me to move around away from your explosives. ZSS small frame. Like Sephiroth, can't deal with too many explosives from Snake. Can't deal with too many trades either. Your finesse game has to be A1 versus Snake because everything is just about a trade here at this point. But, just again, playing to Snake's weaknesses. We've seen a lot. I'm not going to say a lot, but we've seen more off-stage pressure. Like we didn't let him come back for free as much. But I also feel like Derek didn't respect side B, as you can see here. Boom. Yeah. That is a very uncharacteristically strong move, and if you aren't aware, it will throw you for a loop.
I definitely agree with you there. That seemed to be what it was. I think it's just sometimes when you're fighting a character, you're just so focused on certain moves that you forget other moves exist, and it's just like, oh, yeah, side special.
Yeah. It's a sleeper move, especially from a character that doesn't use it traditionally. Like, her KOs come more from like setups and things as such. Again, her straight options aren't really like, up smash, of course, also is very strong, but, we don't see it as much either. But, when you do get hit by them, it's just like, I guess that is a kill option. We just, their neutral is just surrounded around other moves. But same could be said for Snake too. Like, you know, Snake's down smash pretty strong. You don't see that as often. You know, I know MVD utilizes down smash pretty well. You know, one of the proximity mine apologists, he's like, you know what, man, proximity mine is okay that it's not here. I'm gonna live on without it. You know, I'm cool with the new down smash. So
I don't even want to imagine what Snake would be like if he still had both.
yeah, proximity mine, C4, grenades, up smash, all of that. In this game, you asking for some trouble, man.
Just like, why do I have a body anymore?
Yeah.
Do my bidding.
Quite literally. Ooh. Oh!
Grenade gonna save him in that situation. May not have died in the percent, but I mean, it's nice that you don't even have to think about it.
That's right. Now, you do have to think a little bit right here in this matchup versus Snake. Again, when he gets the lead, one of the toughest characters, quite arguably the toughest character to deal with, is piloted correctly in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because now you can't hit him for free anymore. You know, oh my God, up smash. Oh my God. He had everything set up at the corner there. Watch how you get up off that ledge. Good, sir. Free smasher down to his final stock here. Against the single elimination friends and using his own poison against him.
Alright, grabs the grenade. Oh, oof. Get himself damaged. Put himself on the ledge.
Grenade. Oh. Yeah, you got to get off of that ledge, man. That is just not the best spot in the world to be. Oh, up smash?
Especially versus a 0-2 Samus where you can get hit with a nair.
Oh my goodness, the C4. And this is so tough for ZSS because it's like she gets so much off of up airing and just all of that. But if those combos aren't airtight, Grenade will certainly come in and show you why they are not. Oof, talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard spot there. Oh my goodness.
Oof. And this is what we saw there in this last game. Doing an amazing job pressuring Derek. Not letting him make it back to the stage for free. Oof. Oh, and the flip kick. Needs to be careful there. Derek is looking for that. Flip kick on the shield. Up tilt afterwards.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the up tilts are certainly starting to come out here. Starting to shark from up underneath here, but no shark needed at all. Yes, the C4 is going to do away with Fruit Smasher's final stock, and Derek is going to move on to the next portion of bracket there. Valiant effort from Fruit Smasher, but you know, crew battles, of course, a little different than singles here. You really got to dig deep versus some of these characters because ZSS, Sephiroth, great characters, very offensively sound. You know, they have pretty decent movement options, you know, to say the least. But again, you give Snake the lead, and if he's piloted correctly, like what we've seen here, he becomes the most difficult character to fight in the world. So yeah, not the best outcome there, but still, big shot to Fruit Smasher. Came into this a champion from a different circuit, so yes, still doing good. In the meantime, friends, what we're going to do is we're actually going to throw to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got some more Smash action coming your way, excuse me. So please don't touch that home button. Do not touch the X on the screen. Stay here. Stay tuned.